Assalamu alaikum, ladies. So for this tutorial, you are going to need a base coat, which you're going to want a very light color, because if you are going to put anything on top of the base, you have to have a darker color on top so it doesn't blend in. Because if you put a dark base coat and a light design on top, you're not going to be able to see the design. So for this one, I put a white base, and in the picture I used this purple, but I'm going to use a pink, and we're going to try the pink out instead. So you're going to want to shake up your nail polish, and first I'll show you the basic lines. I use the thin nail brush, and I usually start in the middle. And do a quick brush. Well, you want it to be even, so you want to do slightly fast so you get the even tone. And just complete it for the rest of the nail. You want them to be about the same width of your line, so then they're even on every color. But no one's perfect, so as long as you take your time, you'll get the look that you want. And practice always makes perfect. I try and clean up as much as I can right where the cuticle is, but then again, the brushes aren't cut by me, so if you look, there's still some hairs at the end that you can't really do anything about. When you do the base, you're going to want to let it dry before you put a color on top, because when the base is wet and you do a line like I just did, it's going to pull the base color with it, so it's not going to be even, and when you're done, it's not going to be a clean look. If you want, you can do it close, but you don't always have to. It all depends on how you like your nails, because you're the one that has to wear your nails, and you're the one that you want to like it on your own. So now do the rest of your nails. I usually leave my ring nail and my thumb out, so then I'll do the flowers on those nails. So I'm going to go finish those, and I'll be right back. So for the flower, I usually take my black one and just put down a few dots so I can find where I want to put the rest of the flower. You don't have to be precise, you just want to be random, because you don't want them to look like, you want it to look natural. So, and flowers, you never know what they're going to be like. So if you go to a garden, no flower is exactly alike, just like no snowflake is alike. So whatever you have in mind is perfect. So I take the pink again, and I just swoop it around the dot. And you want to usually make it about 2 and leave a little space open so you can have a third one, just like a rose would. Roses, they don't have, okay, so the basic flower, you have a dot, and you usually put 5 dots around, but a rose is a little different. So this is, I guess you say, a rose tutorial, a rose nail art tutorial, and you never want to connect them, so you keep going around Some people, they use a paintbrush. You can get a really thin paintbrush and use it in the actual acrylic paint. You can use the paintbrush in nail polish as well. I'm just lucky enough to have the thin brush nail polish, which is a lot easier. But when you have a paintbrush, you can use any colors because you can have many more nail polishes. So right now I'm just using the thin brush ones because I have those with me. Just keep brushing around so you get the rose look. And when you get closer to your skin, like I just did, I got it on myself. You want to be able to avoid it, but if you can't avoid it, just use a Q-tip after to clean it up. And when you get closer, you're still going to want to try and get it kind of like you're not finishing the flower, but you want to make it so it looks like it just disappears. So you want to be able to blend it into your nail. Now I have a band-aid on my finger because I have a tattoo from before I converted to Islam, which is not a very good tattoo because it is foul language. And I'm hoping soon enough I can get it lasered off. I don't recommend tattoos because it is haram. But since I did it before, I guess I did it before, but I regret it. When you get to the end, you want to pretend like you put a black dot here, but there really isn't. Like I said, you want to blend it into the rest of your nail. Now let that dry. And you're going to want to do the same thing on your thumb. Okay, so now I've gotten my thumb done as well. And for the green leaves, I'm going to use this turquoisey teal green, which is another thin nail brush. But for my picture, I used this, which isn't a thin nail brush. It is a normal. So I took out the brush, and I took the end of a pen, and with the end of the pen, I just dabbed it on the end, and then dabbed the pen as like little circles so they look like flower petals. Which you can use a toothpick, or you can use a pen, or if you have a hijab pin, on the end of the hijab pin there's a dot, which you can use as a flower petal, just like you would with the pen. It looks more blue on the video.